Guys, the stock market is crashing right now, and we got to break it down in this video. It's about 9:15 a.m. on the East Coast, and after the CPI data came out, I'm talking the second it came out this morning, the stock market started to collapse. The S&P futures are down 2.2% right now. We have the NASDAQ down almost 3%, Dow futures down 1.9%, and we have silver down another 2%, gold is down over 1%, and we have Bitcoin and Ethereum, which we'll talk about in a second here. Those are down as well. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee. You're going to need this for this video, guys, and let's just talk about this. Let's dive into what the heck is going on. So SPY, just to give you guys a percentage basis here, it is down from 362 before that report came out. Now it's at 348. It is down a whopping 3.7% from that point in time. We have triple Q down, let's see here, and that's just 45 minutes, by the way, guys. Triple Q's down from 266 to now 255. It is down, let's see here, about 4.3, 4.4, 4.5%, 4.5%. That is insane. So let's move on here, guys. Let's talk about what actually happened. Then we'll talk, or the CPI data, we'll break it down. Then we're going to get back here into the stocks, and we'll talk a little bit more about Bitcoin. So let me just pull this up quickly. Bear with me, guys. All right, let's see. Can you see that? I think you can see that. I'll make my face super small down here. Don't worry. You guys are not missing much by not seeing my face. So look at this. Over the last 12 months, the all items index increased 8.2% before the seasonal adjustment. And I believe the estimate was 8.1%, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. And here, we'll see the categories in a second, but I want to come down to the 1 month percent change in CPI for all urban consumers. This is seasonally adjusted from September to September here. You guys can see that. So we ended up dropping in July. We saw a flat number for July. You guys probably remember that. Then in August, we had that slight surprise to the upside. If you guys remember, we were supposed to be flat. Estimates were that we were going to be flat again for August, but it came in at 0.1%, and about a month ago, we saw a crazy crash in the stock market. You guys remember that? Triple Q 5%, SPY down 5%. That's what we were dealing with, right? So now comes around September, and we are down 0.4% from, or not down 0.4%. We saw an increase of 0.4% on the month, which came in a little bit hotter than expected. Hence why we are seeing that collapse in the overall stock market. So let's move on. Let's come down a little bit here and break down the different categories. So we have the all items here, which again, 0.4% for the month. In August, it was 0.1%, and that's unadjusted. 12 months, 8.2%, right? We have food pretty much coming in flat overall as a category, but there's subcategories, guys. We have food at home and food away from home. So let's see. Food at home was 0.8%. Or no, wait, am I reading that wrong? Yeah, I'm reading that wrong. Food in general was 0.8%, same as last month, 11.2% annualized. Food at home was the same as last month, 0.7%. And funny enough, food away from home was the same as last month at 0.9%. That's 8.5% annualized. So, yeah, it looks like food is pretty much the same as last month. Energy, let's see. Energy lost, or it decreased on the month, but not as much as it did in the prior month or in the month before that, which was July. Let's see here. Energy in general decreased by 2.1%, but still 19.8% annualized. Let's see here. Gasoline, 18.2% annualized. It decreased 4.9% for the month. Last month, it was 10.6%, so that that decrease rather decelerated a little bit. You guys know what I mean, right? Let's see. Fuel oil, negative 2.7% for the month. It was negative 5.9% for August, but still 58% for the 12 months unadjusted. You cannot make this stuff up, guys. That's pretty crazy. And of course, we all know these numbers. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be 100% real. These are most likely, not that they're cooked completely. I'm not claiming the numbers are completely cooked, but I mean, they're probably higher than what we're seeing here. I mean, from what we've been seeing in our day-to-day lives and actual reality, we've seen a lot of inflation in places that, the CPI doesn't even account for. And we're not going to get into that in this video. That's a whole different video in and of itself, but that's just the if I could even talk, the reality of the matter here, guys. So let's see. Electricity, 0.4%. That actually decreased from last month. Okay. It was 15. It is 15.5% on a 12-month basis. Utilities, 33% on a 12-month basis. Let's see here. New vehicles. I like looking at this. That came down a little bit. In August, it was 0.8%. September, 0.7%. 9.4% annualized, not too bad. That's come down significantly. You guys remember the reports we were seeing last year where we saw a crazy amount of inflation on these used cars and trucks and new vehicles. Now it's really coming down. I mean, used trucks and cars, minus 1.1% for the month, 7.2% annualized, which that's come down a lot. Trust me on that, guys. That has come down a good chunk, at least from what I remember, right? And transportation services came up. You guys can see that, 1.9% versus 0.5% last month, 14.6% annualized. So really the heightened inflation, I guess you'd say, or really where things notched up a little bit, you could say, were energy a little bit, but I mean, it's really not much because it's still lost on the month, but less of a loss than what we saw in the prior month. And if you guys have seen the price of oil and you know what's going on with OPEC, we might see upwards pressure on these energy prices soon. So don't get too comfortable with where gas prices are right now, guys. That's all I'm saying. So what do you guys think? Let's see what's going on here in the crypto market. But overall, this is what we were talking about. I mean, did we not say this in my recent videos? If inflation comes in higher than expected, we are going to get a big dump, a collapse, and that's exactly what we are seeing right now. And if I pull up crypto very quickly, this is Webull, by the way. If you guys want 12 stocks from Webull, use my link down below, deposit any amount of money, and you get 12 stocks. I also get some stocks, helps out both of us, win-win scenario, guys. So get your 12 stocks. Ethereum right now is down 6.5%, and the descending triangle that we called out in yesterday's video, I'm not sure if you guys caught that, but we called this out. It is playing out to a T. Look at this. We're breaking under, what level is this? 1250. Now we're about to test 1200. We're at 1208 as I'm filming this. This is probably going to go to, if I had to guess, 1100, 1150 in the short term. That's what I'm thinking here for Ethereum. And let's pull up Bitcoin. Let's see how this is doing. Probably not as bad as Ethereum, but yes, it's still red. It's down 4.5% roughly. It's at 18,300 a coin right now. And we kind of have a descending triangle on Bitcoin as well. If I draw this out, you'll be able to see it. Let's see. Boom, there's one. Or not one, but that's part of the descending triangle that we have here, the base of it, right? Which you can clearly see support on Bitcoin's been 17.5 to about 18,000, which, hello, we're right there right now. We're probably going to, potentially break under that. So Bitcoin, if it breaks 17.5, look, I think it's going to start going to those highs. If you remember the highs from, forget the all-time highs from 2017, right, which were 20,000, 19.5, something like that. We're talking about the highs, or I'm talking about the highs here from 2019, June 2019, about 3.5 years ago. Those highs were 13 to 14,000. If 17.5 breaks, we really start getting some selling pressure at that point. We could be going to those highs from 2019. That's just my thought. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. And let's shift over here back to ThinkOrSwim and see what's going on in these stocks, with these stocks and SPY and Triple Q. So markets are actually about to open up here in about 3 minutes. And if I pull this 4-hour up, did I not say we were going to start heading to those highs from before COVID? I mean, that's pretty much where we're headed now. Triple Q pre-market's at 255. Highs before COVID were about 240. We're pretty much right there, guys. We're literally right there. And I mean, I don't know. At this point, the markets are really pricing in the Fed going hard on rate hikes now, 75 basis point, and maybe both of the next meetings, right? If the market continues to price that in, I mean, we got some more to go down, in my opinion. But then again, who knows? We might get statements from the Fed, Powell, to try and try and save the market, but it's probably not going to work. So in that case, again, we might be going down to that 240 mark, 245. SPY probably will be going down, in my humble opinion. Look at where it is now. It's at 348. It's coming down to that pre-COVID high. Like I said, that's right where we are now pretty much, guys. 335, 340. That's where it was pre-COVID. We're right there. So for me, as a long-term investor, I'm a trader too. I do both. I do both, guys. It's fun doing both. Not everybody has to do both. Actually, for most people out there, being quite honest, just be a long-term investor. Buy and hold, forget about it, right? But if you want to be a trader, long-term investor, do both. It is fun. But in this case, from a long-term perspective, I'm just going to continue dollar cost averaging, not on SPY. A lot of people, argue about this, SPY or VOO. I like VOO. Lower expense ratio, call me crazy, but VOO just hit 320, guys. This thing is at 320. I'm buying this. I'm probably going to buy some VOO today, honestly. Just average a little bit. And this is what I do. I dollar cost average long term into something like VOO, which tracks the S&P 500. I'm not trying to trade this. I'm just trying to buy and hold. And at this point, what is it? It's down 2% pre-market. Bring it on. I'll buy some more. I'll continue to dollar cost average. And we'll see here. Markets are about to open up in 30 seconds. Let's see how some of these stocks are going to open before I end up ending off this video. So make sure you guys stick on throughout. And if you haven't gotten your 15 stocks from Moomoo yet, use that link down below, deposit at least $100, and you could get up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. You might as well get some free money now that the markets are collapsing. You might as well. And again, full disclosure, I also get some free stocks. I appreciate you all as always. So 10 seconds. Come on. 10 seconds. Markets are about to open. And I was looking at Tesla. We might as well start off with this. Tesla was down $9 pre-market. Now it's probably going to open and get even worse. Let's see here. 4% down move on Tesla. And let's see if it gets worse. 4.2%. We just got an alert on Triple Q. Market is at or below 260. Actually, are we setting up for a rally here? I don't know. It's way too early to call that. And there's really no signs of that. But we're down so much pre-market. Are we going to see something like what we saw last month where it bled all day, if I remember correctly, when we got the CPI data? Or are we going to get maybe a little bleeding here in the first 30 minutes, but then a sharp rally? That's possible too. Who knows at this point? We just have to be very patient and mindful of that. So let's see what happened last month very quickly. Let's look at that. And then we're going to end the video. So if you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure to hit that like button. So last month, we sold off all day last month. Pretty much all day when that number came out. So we just got MCK alert. That's McKesson. Let's pull that up. This is dumping under. That doesn't look as good as what I thought. But overall, markets are getting destroyed. Coinbase is down 10%. Shop down 8.5%. Square down 6.5%. Chewy's down 5.5%. Snapchat back under $10 a share. Palantir $7.60. So everything's down. And funny enough, this never fails. The DWAC SPAC is green. Come on. You can't make this stuff up, guys. I talk about this on the channel. When we have these huge red days, we try to make fun of things or, make fun of certain things. A lot of the time, either GameStop's up, AMC's up, or Trump SPAC's up. One of them's up on a massive red day. And today's one of those days where, it's up 10%. It's the only green stock or SPAC, whatever the heck you want to call it, here on the watch list. So take it for what you will, guys. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. And subscribe. Check out my Patreon. It's linked down below if you want to check it out. Get your 10 or 12 stocks from Webull. 15 stock. You guys know the deal. All that is linked down below. I'll catch you in the next video, which will be later on today. We're going to break down some more stocks specifically. So make sure to subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace out.